Hello everybody, and today we're going to be talking about somebody who takes copying KONEKOKITTEN to a whole new level. Now, this guy basically copies the exact same things KONEKOKITTEN says in a lot of his videos and translates into Russian, and that's basically his entire video. Now, not only does he do that, but he also just completely rips off the thumbnail, either replacing the English with Russian, or sometimes just blatantly just leaving the English in. Now, he does this with a ton of other YouTubers, including Flamingo, Dennis Daly, NixterV, and just a ton of other people, and his channel name is Lin4IK. Now, of course, I'm just going to be calling him Lin because that's just shorter and easier. So once KONEKOKITTEN found this out, probably by the means of Twitter or something, he made a video on it, and Lin then responded. Now, of course, inside of KONEKOKITTEN's video, he called Lin out completely, basically got onto him about using other people's thumbnails, and also sometimes completely ripping off the intro and everything about it. Also, before KONEKOKITTEN even posted his video, he made like this cool meme thing where he showed that this guy was obviously copying off his entire intro style and even used the exact same meme. And of course, KONEKOKITTEN has a different intro style every single video, so you can tell that he specifically went into this video and stole the entire thing without any mention of KONEKOKITTEN or any of the other YouTubers that he stole from, like ROBLOX.
Ну что, собственно, добро пожаловать в игру, дорогие друзья, которая мне действительно понравилась.
This town ain't big enough for the two of us, partner. Welcome one and welcome all, ladies and gentlemen, to this one game on the front page that I actually enjoy. Serious, bruh?
There's so many thumbnails that ROBLOX has made. He even went as far as to not even try at all, because usually when a huge creator steals from another huge creator, they at least try to like change it up a bit. But no, some of these thumbnails are just completely just ripped off the other videos, and it's so dumb. For instance, this example of Flamingo's video, and you can tell that this is a complete rip-off, and a simple reverse search would just lead you with the actual video it came from. So even without having to see Flamingo's video to know that you stole his thumbnail, you could just reverse search it and just find out that, hey, this thumbnail is literally the exact same. Now, after he found out that KONEKOKITTEN made a video on him because of the obvious hate comments he got and people saying, why are you stealing people's thumbnails, he uploaded his own video talking about the situation. And of course, instead of the thumbnail, you can see KONEKOKITTEN, and finally we can 100% say that this thumbnail is not stolen. Now, viewing the content of this video, it was surprisingly hard because it's all in Russian, and let's just say the auto-generated English subtitles are not helping very well, and they're obviously mental and they don't do anything right. So it was kind of hard to really get the context of this entire situation. However, I tried my hardest to figure out what this guy was saying. Eventually, I just gave up and went to the comments, and of course, the comments had everything I needed to hear. Now, of course, most of these comments were positive. I literally saw like no negative comments, and it could be that he's deleting comments, but the like to dislike ratio is actually phenomenal, so I don't think he's deleting comments. Of course, I only went off his like comments so I could actually tell that he agreed with the comment and it wasn't just some random person spitting out nonsense. So of course, he hearted a lot of comments. I went through them all and really got a gist of the video. Now, this entire video is basically just talking about how he didn't actually do the thumbnails himself, and therefore he did not steal the thumbnails, and he did not know the thumbnails were copied. And he actually bought the thumbnails off of somebody else, so they were the ones who actually stole it. And of course, he does provide proof, which is of course the payments that he made out to the person. Now, I'll talk about that again later, but for right now, he also made the second point that KONEKOKITTEN could have texted him saying that he did this instead of making an entire video about it, endangering thousands and thousands of views and potentially slandering his name. Now, elaborating more on his first point, he said that NixterV was the person that he hired to make the thumbnails. Now, of course, we all know who NixterV is, and I do not believe this for a second that you actually hired NixterV to make your thumbnails for you. Now, I know NixterV hasn't been getting as many clicks as he once was. However, I do not think he was getting so little of clicks that now he has to start doing commissions for thumbnails, copying other YouTubers, and making a quick buck. I just don't think that's true. Now, what is your proof, you might be asking? Well, it's simple. Inside of his video, he goes to show that he obviously bought the thumbnails. Now, you can tell that from the screenshot of him buying the thumbnails and where he sent the payments, that this guy's name is bad. And of course, I cannot pronounce it at all. However, you can tell that this guy sent the money. And it does not appear that NixterV is anywhere inside of that screenshot at all. And I don't see NixterV's actual name. I don't see anything to do with NixterV. So, I have no idea where he got that from, that Nickstervy was now making his thumbnails. But it's literally the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And people are actually believing this. So like, I went to the comments section, a ton of liked comments all saying that Nickstervy was the one who is to blame for all of this. And it's literally the dumbest thing ever. How does anybody believe this guy? Even using his logic that say Nickstervy did make the thumbnails. If you buy thumbnails, you're already buying thumbnails, which is not a good idea to do if you have your own YouTube channel. Because then every single time you want to make a video, you have to rely on somebody else. But not only are you doing that, but also you don't even reverse search the image before you buy it. Like, imagine buying something without even testing to see if it's actually stolen or not. It's the dumbest thing ever. Now, I can understand for some of these thumbnails that are actually changed, like the wording is changed to Russian, but things like the flamingo stuff, you can easily reverse search it. And in the end, just like how Gaming with Kev, who steals all kinds of thumbnails from Flamingo and Dennis, cannot use that excuse, because it always falls on the person who never checked to see if it was real or not. Because you're the person that needs to be blamed, because you're the one who put it as the thumbnail on the video without even trying to see anything or checking it at all. And of course, if I see another stolen thumbnail on your channel, I will know 100% that you are lying, because if anybody ever were to get called out for this and sees that, hey, these thumbnails are stolen, they would remove the video, which you have not done, and they would also contact the person who made the video's thumbnails and obviously tell them that they need a refund or something because you have gotten scammed. Now, maybe you don't need to delete the entire video, but at least change the thumbnail to something, even change it to a random thumbnail that you have, but in general, just get the thumbnail off your video because it's obviously stolen and you know it. Now, there was some more comments, and another point inside of his video was that he's doing an English video to a Russian video. And of course, if you actually are doing that and paying YouTubers for ideas, then you would obviously contact KONEKOKITTEN, contact all these YouTubers, and tell them that, hey, can I do a Russian video, basically doing the exact same thing you did in your video, but in Russian? And maybe they'll say yes, maybe they won't, but in the end, you have to ask permission. And the only time I see this as not necessary is when somebody's uploading on something that everybody else is uploading on, and it's just a general idea, like something happened with Roblox, and you're adding your own opinions to it and changing the entire video, except you have the exact same idea, then I would say that's completely fine. However, if you're copying like the exact same intro, the exact same everything in general, then it's just not right. And also, talking about more of him stealing thumbnails, of course, some of these thumbnails are Nickstervy's thumbnails. So why would Nickstervy give you his own thumbnails and say that he made them for you? It literally makes no sense, and something's not adding up here, and somebody is lying. Now, of course, I can reiterate this in this video multiple times that, hey, do not send this guy hate, do not send this guy hate. And of course, I believe the exact same thing. You should not send this guy hate, but what you should do is put on this video and say, hey, why are you stealing people's thumbnails? Can you please stop? Because that is constructive criticism, and of course, that is the only type of quote-unquote hate that I will allow. Now, of course, if Lynn is watching this video right now, Lynn, I just want to go ahead and make this section just for you. I wanted to tell you that, hey, I'm watching your every single move on your channel. If you post another thumbnail of anybody that is not your own thumbnail, trust me, I am watching. On a serious note, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, turn notifications, follow me on Twitter, and make sure you guys like the video so more people can see it, and tell this guy to stop copying people's thumbnails because it's not right and it's plagiarism. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Follow me on Twitter, join my Discord down below if you have anything to say about the situation and want to tell me anything, because that's the best place to reach me. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and goodbye.
Got my eyes on a computer screen, trying to work my digits in. I fidget with my lettering, but never with my sentences. I pause and check the clock, and it appears it's 6 a.m. again. Another night wasted or another day finished, and my mind is steady running in place. I don't want to fall asleep, because I got so much to say, but I don't want to stay awake and keep exhaustion.